In recent years, the rapid development of the Chinese Navy has changed the backwardness of the past, with the construction, launching and commissioning of a large number of advanced main force ships, especially after entering 2010. The Chinese Navy's combat power has taken a qualitative leap forward. From 052D destroyers to 055-ton destroyers, 075 amphibious assault ships, aircraft carriers, 054B frigates, 901 integrated supply ships, etc. New ships are launched almost every year. It is not an exaggeration to say that most of the main battleships in service today were built after 2010, accounting for more than 80%. Looking back to 2010, the Chinese Navy had a total tonnage of about 500,000 tons, and was equipped with only 26 destroyers as its main ships. At that time, the Chinese Navy's destroyers were dominated by the 052C, 052, 052B, 051B, 051C, etc., especially the old 051 destroyers, which were still in service in the 1960s and 1970s, and accounted for 50%, 13 ships, of the fleet. However, just 15 years later, all 051 destroyers have been retired, and ships such as the 052 and 052B have gradually been relegated to the second line. The new generation of 052D and 055 destroyers quickly took their place, greatly enhancing the Chinese Navy's combat capability. Up to now, the Chinese Navy has launched 37 052D and 12 055 destroyers in terms of destroyers, plus 6 052C destroyers built before. The total number has reached 55 modernized destroyers. These ships are equipped with advanced phased array radar, vertical launch systems, and strong area air defense and long-range anti-ship capabilities. If we add the destroyers built between the 1990s and the beginning of this century that are still in service, the total number of destroyers in the Chinese Navy has reached 68, leaving a gap of only 20 ships with the United States, ranking second in the world. However, despite the rapid pace of new ship launches, many are still not in service, and many are still in the outfitting or sea testing phase. For example, although 37 052D destroyers have been launched, only 29 have been officially commissioned, with 8 still on standby, while 12 055 destroyers have been launched, with 4 still not in service. While the rate of new ship launches is amazing, the progress of service is lagging significantly. However, with the arrival of 2025, it is expected that the Chinese Navy will usher in a wave of new ship service climax in this year. A large number of new ships will join the naval camp to further enhance the overall combat capability of the Chinese Navy. So, what ships will be officially commissioned by the Chinese Navy in 2025? Let's make a prediction. The commissioning of Fujian ship is a major event for the Chinese Navy. Fujian ship was launched on June 17, 2022, and after nearly 2 years of outfitting, on May 1, 2024, the first sea trial was conducted. As of May 2025, Fujian has completed her 8th sea trial, far faster than Liaoning and Shandong, indicating that her design and technology are already very mature. Judging from the progress of Fujian sea trials, it is not far from the date of its commissioning, and is expected to be officially commissioned in the second half of 2025. As a new generation aircraft carrier of the Chinese Navy, Fujian has a full load displacement of over 80,000 tons, adopts a straight-through flight deck design, and is equipped with 3 electromagnetic catapults, which greatly improves the efficiency of catapulting. The commissioning of Fujian ship will greatly enhance the Chinese Navy's ocean-going combat capability, and have a profound impact on future combat patterns. In addition to the Fujian ship, the 075 amphibious assault ship is also a noteworthy ship. 75 amphibious assault ship has been built 4 ships, of which the first 3 have been in service. The 4th is undergoing sea trials, and recently there are rumors of brushing the gangway. 075 amphibious assault ship launching time is 2023-14, according to past experience is expected to be in the second half of 2025. The 4th ship will be launched on December 14, 2023, and according to past experience, it is expected to be commissioned in the second half of 2025. The 075 ship's full load displacement is about 40,000 tons, and it can carry about 30 helicopters and a large number of amphibious landing equipment, which has strong amphibious operational capability. However, the construction of the 075 seems to have been halted, and it will be succeeded by the new 076 amphibious assault ship. which has been further upgraded in tonnage, size and amphibious operational capability. In terms of destroyers, the progress of 052D and 055 ships in service is also of great concern. By 2025, 5052D destroyers are expected to enter service. There are already 29 052Ds in service, but 5 more are expected to enter service this year, including the 30th ship in service in the first half of 2025 and the 28th and 31st ships in service in the second half of the year, when the total number of 052Ds in service will reach 31. Meanwhile, the 055 destroyer number 9 is expected to be commissioned by the end of the year, further strengthening the Chinese Navy's ocean warfare capability. In terms of frigates, the Chinese Navy still maintains the world's largest frigate fleet. 46 054 frigates have been launched, 40 are in service, and 6 more are being outfitted. 5054 frigates are expected to enter service later this year. In addition, 054B frigates are also expected to enter service in 2025, with 2 expected to have been commissioned in the first half of this year. The 903 integrated supply ship is also an important replenishment force. The third 903 ship is undergoing sea trials and is expected to be commissioned by the end of 2025, enhancing the Chinese Navy's logistical support capability. In addition, the commissioning of 093B nuclear submarines is also expected, and 2 are expected to be commissioned in 2025, further enhancing the Chinese Navy's strategic deterrence. In summary, in 2025, the Chinese Navy is expected to commission ships including 1 Fujian ship, 1075 amphibious assault ship, 5052D destroyers, 1055 destroyer, 2054B frigates, 5054 frigates, 1903 composite replenishment ship, and 2093B nuclear submarines. It is expected that by the end of the year, the total tonnage of the Chinese Navy will be close to 300,000 tons, of which the second half of the year will become the climax of the delivery of ships. The total tonnage and number of ships delivered throughout the year is almost equivalent to the size of a new French Navy. With the service of these ships, the overall combat capability of the Chinese Navy will be greatly improved. The total tonnage exceeded 3 million tons, further narrowing the gap with the US Navy. Overall, 2025 will undoubtedly be the most iconic year in the history of the Chinese Navy, with the number of ships delivered and the tonnage reaching unprecedented heights. Let's look forward to a new chapter in the Chinese Navy.